Hi, I'm Louise Burnie and I'm going to talk about my study assessing the reliability of a novel printed piezoresistive pressure sensor. So piezoresistive pressure sensors are those that change electrical resistance in response to applied pressure. And recently, engineers have developed printed piezoresistive pressure sensors that have the potential to be useful for several sports biomechanics applications. So this study was a proof of concept of a novel printed piezoresistive pressure sensor array, which had been developed by the Welsh Centre of Printing and Coating, with the aim to assess the reliability of the sensor. So the array is made up of 32 cells, and the piezoresistive ink was provided by Haydale. So to test the reliability, we applied compression loading and unloading cycles between 100 and 3000 newtons to assess within day, between cells reliability. To do this, we used a hand-feel testing machine to apply the compression loading, and we attached the pressure sensor array to a multimeter to measure electrical resistance. So on to the results. This is the results for 20 loading cycles applied to a large cell in the array, and this is force versus resistance. From this, we can see the relationship between force applied to the sensor and resistance is well described by an exponential equation, and it is reasonably repeatable with hysteresis below 7%. When we look at the between days reliability, forces below 1000 newtons has lower reliability. This could be potentially due to measurement error and how we measure electrical resistance. We also think if we increase the conductivity of the ink, we'll improve the reliability of the sensor at these lower forces. There is reasonable between cells variability as indicated by the standard deviation. All this means is we'd have to calibrate each cell individually. So we've demonstrated the potential of a printed piezoresistive pressure sensor array. Obviously, we need to do further work to improve the reliability of the sensor. And if you'd like to know any more, please go and check out my paper.